Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energies and predictions for the sign of Pisces for the month of June. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and see what's coming forward for you here in this brand new month of June 2025. I do hope your month of May was amazing, and I hope June is even better for you. Let me go ahead and get all of the cards out here, get everything set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. Now, I do apologize about my desk setup. I am currently traveling, so if you noticed something a little different, this is the best attempt at replicating my usual desk setup. So I'll be back to the old desk soon, but all right. Okay, and I think that'll just about have to do for now. All right. Energy on the bottom. You do have the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is one of my favorite cards in the tarot. When this card comes forward here, in the month of June, this card may say that you are sort of getting your fire back. You're lighting some flame that you are really, really excited about in your life. Many times this can come up when you're ready to start a new business venture, or you're ready to start a side hustle, or you're just really, really excited about something. I'm getting something, by the way, about exercise coming into my mind here. I think some of you may be starting a new exercise routine. You may feel very, very inspired to, do yoga. Yoga was coming to my mind, actually. Or something yogic in nature, okay? Something that is getting your energy flowing in a way here in this month of June, for sure. But you are absolutely starting something new. You're going to feel very, very passionate about it and very inspired about it. And this could come in many forms, but I just kind of threw out a few examples for you there. Some of you, I think the majority of you already know what that thing is that I was talking about. So just try to attach that to this reading as I read. But I think that some of you definitely already know what that is about. So I really like what's going on for you here in these cards, especially in this upper row, which you can only see half the card, really. So sorry about that. But I really like what's going on here. I do think for some of you this will be about something connected to your money situation, for sure. And I should say, before I dive deeper into this reading here, you have an immense ability to manifest in this month, okay? So we'll dive into that, but I want to throw out that you are starting something, and your manifestation powers, abilities, if you want to call them that, are very, very heightened, okay, in this month of June. So keep that in mind. Now, in the middle column here, in the middle position here, you do have the Two of Swords. This may suggest that you do have a tough decision to make, okay, in June around something. All right, this person's sort of stuck in a rock and a hard place, stuck between a rock and a hard place. They kind of see the path available between two options, right? So they know what would happen if they chose option B. They know what would happen if they chose option A. And they're kind of torn between which do they go with B or do they go with A. And so this may suggest that you have a really tough decision to make. And in order to help you, you can maybe try to come to the decision point in a creative way. You can see, or a unique way, right? A way that is, creative or unique. Because you see the blindfold on this person on the Two of Swords card, that can indicate the ability to find an answer or a solution in a way that some other people may not be able to find. So that could help. You also may need to express yourself to somebody, by the way, when you have the Two of Swords card. But I actually think that based on the cards around it here, you have very positive cards around it. I actually think what this is that you have a good problem, okay? You have a good problem to have on your hands here, okay? You have a very, very positive message. So let's move forward here to the first column. You have the Seven of Swords, the Justice card, and the Nine of Wands. Okay. I immediately thought about how both the Two of Swords and the Justice card have the blindfold, okay? which means that, again, I'm attaching it to this idea of trying to be unique or creative in some way, but it may suggest that there's something that needs to be uncovered. Okay, and you do have this theme of something being hidden or out of plain sight here. Again, with the Seven of Swords, this person stole something from someone unknowingly, right? Or they knew that they were stealing it, but sorry, that was wrong sentence structure there. But they obviously know that they stole it, but the person didn't realize who did it, right? So the idea is that there's a little bit of thievery or trickery here with this Seven of Swords, and it can mean that something's going on kind of behind your back when you get the Seven of Swords. One of my least favorite tarot cards, because I've seen this card play out in people's lives, in my own life as well, when I get the Seven of Swords. But the very positive message of the Seven of Swords is similar to what I was saying here: strategizing, game planning, coming up with different ways to solve problems. Because this person couldn't just take the swords and leave through the front door. They had to find another way out in order to complete their mission or their goal, right? So there is something about creativity here for you in this month, for sure. If we're just taking the really positive message of the 2 and 7 of Swords, there's definitely something about creativity, especially because Ace of Wands, sometimes like cups and wands can connect to creativity or being creatively inspired in some way here. I will say that if there's a situation here with the Justice card and the Seven of Swords, if there's a situation here where somebody did something behind your back or somebody stole something from you, or there was like thievery, if you want to say that, going on here, cheating, lying, anything like that, stealing, the Justice card would suggest that all parties will get the outcome they deserve. Okay, so just remember that. Karmically, everything will work out. Okay, so, and also, I'm always on your side here, Pisces, but I'm saying, like, maybe you made a wrong decision. This could be an opportunity to course correct this here as well with Justice card. But I actually think it's somebody else. Okay, I think it's somebody else. But just keep that in mind. The scales will always be balanced out. So yeah. Now you do have the Nine of Wands, which is basically telling you that the end is very close for you. I should say the completion. That was kind of like a negative way of saying that, but a completion that you've been wanting and you've been working hard for is coming soon. Okay, it is coming soon. And the worst thing you could do is give up when you get the Nine of Wands, because you're very, very close. You're basically at the finish line when you get the Nine of Wands. So keep that in mind, okay? Now, in the middle column, you do have the Ten of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Magician here. Okay, so thinking about this tough decision that you have to make, I do think it involves a conversation with somebody close to you. I do think that some of you may feel a little slighted by something that happened. Okay, whether this is a romantic or non-romantic scenario here, we don't really have cups, so this may be in a work situation based on this upper row. This may also be around a family situation. Could be around an inheritance or another family situation. It could also be involving a corporation. Yes, I'm feeling that as well intuitively here, like a business that you're like in a lawsuit with, or something like a bigger institution that you're in a lawsuit with. The reason I say that is because of the Ten of Pentacles is like big money. Okay, that's like big money in the tarot. So there may be something like that, like an inheritance, or there's some timeline here where you feel slighted in a certain way. Okay, this is pretty specific, but yeah, and there's like a real prize, it almost feels like, attached to this here. And it may be as simple as you're competing for a like a higher level position in your organization, a higher level role because of the influence of the Eight of Pentacles, and you're wanting to make sure you're getting a fair shot at something. You may also, again, you have a good problem to have on your hands here with the Two of Swords. You may also have two offers that you have to decide between, Pisces. Okay, or there may be like a just remember, this is not legal advice. Okay, like a plea deal or some type of like there may be some type of like severance package or is that right? The like a settlement, okay? Plea deal. I don't know if that's the right term. Yeah, I don't know really anything about legal stuff, but yeah, plea deal or there may be some type of like settlement here, something like this where the outcome, like there's something beneficial to you coming from the outcome, but you still need to make a decision on it. Like, is this enough, or is this, an equitable term for me? Are the terms equitable for me here? I know. Let me know in the comment section if this is resonating. But something like this is showing up. You do have the magician, which is asking you to take action on something, but also that you can really, really manifest something big here in the month of June. Like this could be your time here, Pisces, for sure. Let's move to the final column. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. There's definitely like some Leo energy here, okay? Fire sign energy here. It might Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy here, but the Strength card is the Leo. And the Queen of Wands could be any fire sign as well. And really, some of you may have somebody like with that type of energy in your life, but really, the idea is it's time to be bold, confident, and courageous around this tough decision that you have to make. Okay, going back to this Two of Swords here, it's time to really dig in and go for something here. That's what the Queen of Wands would do, and that's what the meaning of the Strength card is. And this doesn't necessarily mean it's easy, because if you think about it, like look at this Strength card person, they have essentially tamed the lion, right? That is not something many people could do. That is not an easy thing to do when you see that Strength card. And so there's a real theme here around something not exactly being easy, okay? A decision not exactly being easy, but it still needs to be made. And can you go at this decision courageously, right? Finally, with the Eight of Pentacles, this is why there may, for some people, again, there are always multiple timelines in these readings, but for some people, there may be an opportunity to move up in the workplace, okay? And I even think that some of you have multiple offers or opportunities, and this is you're kind of like agonizing over, like, do I go with offer letter B or offer letter A? Something like this here is showing up, but you have a true talent for whatever you do with the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Okay, let's go ahead and let's move into the clarifications portion of this reading. Now, Pisces, I do appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I do hope things are going well for you. We'll start off by pulling some oracle messages, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Take these. Okay. Energy on the bottom. You have the Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. With that Seven of Swords, you may choose to forgive someone. I'm saying that's right or wrong, but this could also be what you're thinking about. Maybe a wrong decision was made from somebody. And yeah, just remember this, that forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for you, okay? So you can choose to forgive someone and also not allow that person back into your life. Remember that, okay? Forgiveness does not mean that you allow somebody to repeat the same old poor behavior. Forgiveness is for you, okay? Let's see what else we have here. You have Saint Germain, karma releasing, move beyond drama, create your own path, make room for good energy. You then have Mahavatar Babaji, soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Putting things together here, putting the puzzle pieces together here for yourself in June. Okay, you have a high vibe card here, a high frequency card. One of the three or four, I think three, yeah, high frequency cards that I identify in this deck. Lady Venus, downloads and understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. This is a card where you'll be seeing potentially angel numbers, repeating numbers, getting prophetic dreams. You may even be hearing lyrics that are very poignant to you or poignant to your situation that mean something to you. Pay attention when you get this card for sure. You then have Isis, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Okay. And then finally, pulled two more here. Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you, wear a cloak of protection and love, as well as Radha, soul flame. Rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship harmony and healing. There may be a forgiveness timeline showing up for some people here, for some Pisces people here, in whatever relationship you have to this person. All right, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify the original 9 tarot cards, Pisces, and see what's coming forward in the clarifications. All right. All right. Let's see what we have here. You have the Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So Page of Pentacles here falling on the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think for some people this is about like making sure terms are equitable for both, like for you, really. Making sure you're not being slighted on something here. With that Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords, I think that this could be around a work scenario, okay? For some of you, this may also be about like settlement stuff, for sure. Divorce settlement or even inheritance. But with the Page of Pentacles, it is like communication connected to money, okay? So depending on where you are, you could be in one of those like timelines as I look at this reading for sure. Justice and Knight of Cups with the Ace of Cups. You know, if somebody hurt you romantically here in the past, is there an opportunity to forgive this person? Let me explain. Again, like, forgiveness is not for the other person, okay? So if you can choose to forgive someone and you are still presently single, in undergoing that act of forgiveness, you are opening up a path for you to find a new relationship that's probably going to be healthier, okay? With the Knight of Cups, the Justice card, and the Ace of Cups, okay? Because remember, there's like a kind of a divine law and order to everything. And again, not saying bringing that person back into your life, but the act of forgiveness could open something up here for you with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Okay, if you're a single Pisces and you are looking for love, that is a good sign, but it almost feels like there needs to be some level of forgiveness here, but done in like a healthy or proper way. That keeps coming into my mind, okay? Based on the Oracle cards and then also what I've seen here. Let's see what else we have. The Fool. You have the Hermit. And then also the Lovers. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely like sticking to the relationship for a second. Then we'll get into the other stuff. You can manifest a new relationship here in a pretty big way, and I think part of the manifestation for you is letting go of the past, whatever happened in the past, forgiving the past. Yeah, and keeping in mind, I've explained, I think, how forgiveness should probably look, but you are welcome to agree or disagree with that. But yeah, you really have an opportunity to manifest something here. Going back to this other thing, with the Two of Swords and the Hermit, remember, I keep talking about a tough decision to make, like really, really having a tough decision to make, going back and forth on something. The Hermit is really coming in here to say that nobody can make the decision for you, okay? Really, this is your path, this is your learning experience, this is your spiritual experience in having to go through this. And the Hermit is somebody who's on their own. They are solo, right? And they are finding the answers on their own. So as it relates to this decision, I think probably around work, money, settlement stuff, inheritance, something like this, really, in reality, you already do have the answer. You may just need to find it within you, and also nobody can give you that answer, okay? That's what this is all about. That you then have the Fool, which says that you will turn over a new leaf here. With the Ace of Wands and the Fool, remember at the beginning of this reading, I said you are really getting inspired the flame is being lit for you here in this month. The flame of passion, the fire that is inspiring you to do something amazing, could really be underway for you as you make some decision here. You then have the World. You have the Five of Wands. And you also have the Ten of Swords. Okay. So, interesting. Okay. Something needs to sort of like be released here. Okay. And maybe this is what makes the decision tough. But the Ten of Swords is all about something falling out or releasing from your life. Yeah. And that, I would say that that's naturally going to be happening for you. This could be released naturally. It could be released painfully. It depends on kind of like the decisions that have been made up to this point. But something really needs to be released here. Okay. And yeah, this is probably why it makes it difficult, especially as you have that Five of Wands, which can indicate conflict in some way. Finally, the World is a really nice assurance or reassurance in this reading, in that I think this challenge that you're having, that I've been talking about the entire time, can be resolved in this month. It's possible. Okay, remember, timelines are tough, but the World indicates certainty around a completion, or just certainty in general. And you have the Fool and the World. That's an entire cycle. You're going from the Fool to the World. That's an entire cycle that you're going through here in June. So I really think something can close out for you. On the bottom, you do have the Four of Cups. Okay. Boredom and apathy are not your friends at this time. Okay, because this is really a month for springing into action. Let's see what we have in the Kipper energies here. Let's close out this reading by seeing what is in the Kipper cards and the Kipper energies for you. See if we can get some more details here, and we'll go from there. Okay, you have Privileged Lady, Coffin, Pathway, Main Female, Gift, and Marriage. Okay. So, yeah, there may be, I definitely was getting something about settlement here. An ending is definitely on the books here for you with the Coffin, World, and the Ten of Swords. So this is absolutely wrapping up and completing. The marriage thing's not going to resonate with everybody. Some of you are just, you're good, your marriage is good, everything's fine. Or you're single or whatever, and it's just not resonating with you. But the pathway says that this is dharmic for you, okay? Meaning this is part of your dharma. This is a path that you have agreed to walk down, and this is a critically important decision to make. And I did say that there was some sort of not reward. What did I say? There's some sort of payout or something like this here attached to this decision with that gift card. That makes sense as well. On the bottom, I do think that you'll find the right people to help you on this this tough decision. So, Pisces, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.